Coming up on Sports Night, a shot at state is on the line. Hendrickson and Round Rock in the regional finals. Highlights and reaction on the way. The state softball tournament is underway. We catch up with Liberty Hill and Brennan as they prepare for the semis. Texas rowing is coming off a historic season. The team's two seniors stop by to tell us why this is just the tip of the iceberg for the young squad. Plus, the Houston Astros are in orbit.
That ball's hammered deep to left center field. This ball's heading towards the upper deck, almost into the third deck. Springer crushes one, and the Astros lead 7-5 on their fourth home run of the game, second for George.
We're going upper deck. This is Sports Night.
And welcome in to Sports Night. I'm Ricky Doyle. Thanks to graduation this week, we get an early start to the Round Rock Hendrickson Baseball Regional Final. The two District 13 6A rivals opening up their series tonight at Concordia, and this is going to be fun. A trip to the state tournament at the Dell Diamond next week on the line. These two teams shared the district championship this season. Fourth meeting of the year between them. Here we go. Dragons going with their ace, Grant Miller. Threw a no-hitter last week and had one going through 4 innings again tonight. In the fourth, his team gets him the lead. Jake Miller's pop up to left can't be handled. 1 run will score. Another run coming, but the Hawks gun him down at the plate. Miller did finally give up a hit in the 5th, but it gets erased when Aiden Shepherdson makes a diving grab, throws to first for the double play. So it is still 1-0 in the 6th. Hendrickson able to scratch across the tie and run on Shea Gutierrez's RBI ground out. So we go to the 7th, all tied up with 2 on. Mitchell Herring puts a full count pitch into left field. It will plate the go-ahead run on what proved to be your game winner. The Dragons take it 4-1. They can clinch a trip to the state tournament with 1 more win Friday. Travis Raychek was at Concordia and has more with the victorious Dragons.
Great high school baseball game out here at Concordia tonight as Round Rock takes one of their regional final series over Hendrickson 4-1. And we're with Mitchell Herring, right fielder for the Dragons. Take me through what the feeling was like in the dugout. You guys were leading most of the game, but they tie it in the bottom of the 6th, and you go to the 7th 1-1.
The way I look at it is all the pressure was on them. We had them a whole game on the ropes. They put up a run in 6, but and the energy is great in the dugout. It always is. We know we can pull it out. We've done it plenty of times this year. So, I mean, Grant Miller threw a heck of a game behind us, so we just got to support him. That's all I feel like.
You get to the 7th. You get a couple guys on base. You come to bat. I think the count goes full. Tell me about the pitch you hit then.
I was just looking for something I could hit inside. I've been working on it inside, so choked up a little bit, crowded the plate. I knew I was going to get 1-3-2. You couldn't put me on base, so I knew I was going to get a fastball in the middle, so I got it.
Big RBI hit into left field. That proves to be the game-winning run for Round Rock. So you mentioned a little bit about your starting pitcher, Grant Miller, who's been incredible. He gave up a run tonight, but
okay.
That's pretty impressive what he's been doing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he threw a no-hitter last game. He threw a no-hitter into the 5th inning this game. I mean, they can't touch him. He's untouchable. Honestly, I mean, he shows some passion up there. He loves the game as much as we do, so we just got to put it up behind him, and we can take it.
It's a crazy week because you win tonight. You graduate tomorrow, right?
Sure.
How do you balance all of this going on in your life?
I'm just happy we can sit in graduation happy tomorrow. I mean, if we lost today, it would have been a little rough tomorrow, but sitting happy in graduation will be fun.
So graduate tomorrow, come back, play game 2 of this series on Friday night. You guys are 1 win away from playing for the state tournament. How does that feel?
It's been 13, 14 years since we've been there. We haven't done it in 20 years to win it, so it's a good feeling. It's uncommon.
Game-winning hit for Mitchell Herring tonight. Mitchell, thank you very much, man. Best of luck in game 2. All right, Ricky, let's go ahead and send it back to you.
It's a big week for those guys. Let's show you what else we got going on in our area. 2 other district rivals meeting up in the regional finals. This time it is Reagan and Churchill meeting at Wolf Stadium for game 1 of their 3-game series. 7:30 first pitch at Wolf tomorrow night. Of course, we will have highlights from that for you. Well, a 3-4 start to the softball season doesn't lead you to dream of a state title. But the Brennan Bears held to their goal of running deep, and that goal has come to fruition. Our Jeff Platt caught up with the Bears earlier today.
Brennan softball coach Ruby De La Garza knew she had a talented team before the season even started. She also knew that talent might take some time to come into form. Well, it didn't take too much time. The Bears went 16-2 in district play, outscoring their opponents by a combined score of 168 to 38. Their success continued into the postseason. It's a state appearance for Brennan for the first time in school history.
It means everything. It's us representing our district, our school, San Antonio as a whole. But more importantly, I think watching these girls work hard day in and day out, it's a great feeling.
We came out every day just really working hard, practicing even after practice, pitching lessons, batting lessons, fielding lessons, just because we've had the mindset since the beginning that we wanted state. We wanted to go and battle and just really make our mark in the school year.
That mark has definitely been made. The Bears will remember this season forever.
We've left our imprint. We'll be one of the teams Brennan's always going to have. They're going to say, well, throughout our first 7 years of being built, we made it all the way to state.
As coaches, we always talk about how hard work will pay off, and it's about them actually believing in themselves, believing in their teammates, believing in their coaches, and I think that's where we're at right now, and it's a great feeling.
A feeling that could get even better for the Bears. They take on Bowie Friday night in the state semifinal at McCombs Field. From the newsroom, I'm Jeff Platt for Sports Night.
Well, Brennan, not the only team still playing softball. School's out at Liberty Hill, but the softball team's still hanging around. That's because they got a little business to take care of. The Panthers are in the state tournament with a sparkling record of 38-2-1. The program has never won state or even been in the title game, but they plan on changing that this year.
We're only one of 4 teams in 4A that are still playing. We started the first day with everyone else.
Well, if you plan on watching the start of the Tom Herman era in person, be prepared to sweat. The Longhorns' first 2 games of the football season are going to be day games. An 11 a.m. kickoff on September 2nd against Maryland to open the season, and then 2:30 p.m. on September 9th against San Jose State in the second game of the Herman regime. The marquee non-conference game of the season, Texas versus USC. It's going to be a primetime showdown from LA on September 16th. It'll be the first meeting between the schools on the football field since a fairly notable national championship game, you might recall. A 7:30 Central kick from the Coliseum in Los Angeles. Some other kick times announced for Tom Herman and the Horns, as we mentioned, that season opener at 11. Then the next week, a 2:30 game against San Jose State at Iowa State. That's a Thursday night game. It'll be at either 6:30 or 7 p.m. In November, the revenge game against Kansas. That sounds ridiculous to even say. It's a 5 o'clock kick for that one. And then on Black Friday against Texas Tech, that is a 7 o'clock kick. Not a 4 o'clock, but a 7 o'clock kick for the Longhorns and Red Raiders for that one. In just 3 years on the job, Dave O'Neill has turned the Texas rowing team into a national powerhouse. This year, the Longhorns posted the best finish in program history. Here's Joaquin Sanchez with more.
Thank you very much. This is Pippa Lovard and Gia Doonan, All-American rowing seniors for the Texas rowing team. And look at this beautiful 4th place trophy. The ladies just got back from New Jersey at a 4th place finish at the national championships. First off, congratulations. The best finish in Texas history. Tell me just how special that was to be there and to do this.
Game plan for the Rangers and everyone else in the AL West: win all of the games. That's apparently what it's going to take to keep up with the Astros in the division. Houston's lead in the West, a whopping 11.5 games. That is the biggest margin in the majors. Let's start with the Rangers. They're hosting the Rays this evening. Second inning, one on for Steven Souza, and a home run to left makes it 2-1 Rays. So we go to the 7th inning, one on for Elvis Andrus. And he cranks his 14th double of the year. That's good enough to bring around Shin-Soo Choo. Rangers go up 4-3. But an answer comes from the Rays in the form of this Kevin Kiermaier home run off of Matt Bush to tie the game. It is 4-4 in Arlington. They are in the 10th inning. So meanwhile, the aforementioned Astros, who cannot be stopped, or at least that's the way it seems right now, in the midst of a 7-game win streak, the team scored 40 runs in a 3-game sweep of the Twins this week. The Stros hit 6 homers in today's game, including 2 by George Springer. 1 traveled 473 feet. The Astros get Thursday off before a 3-gamer with the Rangers in Arlington that features a Friday pitching matchup of Dallas Keuchel against Yu Darvish. All right, that is going to do it for us here on Sports Night. We're back with you tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. We'll see you then.
top. I